Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
Everybody, you know who it is. Byron Rodney sitting in the air chair. ESBN, the Esports Broadcasting Network. Byron Rodney up here in the booth bringing you live action tonight. You saw it earlier on the screen. That's what I call NASCOM, baby. NASCOM Online coming to you live from Michigan International Speedway tonight. These guys get to turn 100 laps in Michigan. Man, you gotta wonder, who's got the setup in the car to get around this place quick? Are they gonna use the high line? Are they gonna use the low line? Practicing coming to an end, qualifying getting ready to get underway. Taking a look out on the track to see who we can see out there. Everyone up in pit lane. Looks like we're going to have a good race. I'm showing a bunch of entries qualifying just now, getting underway. 10 minutes. To see who can set the fastest lap. See where they're going to start. I've heard track position can be awful key at this place. There's a high groove, there's a low groove, there's the middle groove. Michigan has got some wide lanes to race in. You're going to see guys run the outside lane, what we call the Larson lane. You'll see guys run the inside. You'll see guys run the middle. We don't know where they're going to run. We'll have to find out. Qualifying just now getting underway. Looks like cars out on the track so far. Look like Mr. Ron Hollyfield getting ready to go out there and take a bust off of a qualifying lap. David Rudolph's out there. Kevin Paskowich looking like he's getting ready to move down pit lane. He's sitting there just taking a look to see what's going on with that. Doug Thompson out on the track. Out there, the number 18 camel car. I love that paint scheme. Gotta love that paint scheme. Making a lap around Michigan International Speedway. 2-mile oval track. And in this league, you got to understand, folks, you know, iRacing, they have what's called a fixed setup. They have what's called an open setup. And these guys run what's called an open setup. That means they can change the camber on the front steering, the toe in, the toe out, the spring rates, the tire pressures. They can change everything. They've got a control over everything a real race team has on these tracks. That's what I love. It's not a game, it's a simulation. And guys that go out there with a qualifying set, they'll change up and go to a race set. Track conditions today, you got to wonder how hot that track is, because remember, folks, hot track equals slick conditions. Those tires don't really grip so well. Track temperature out there right now, 78 degrees outside ambient temperature, but the track temperature, 104. That means there's going to be a little bit of slipping and sliding. You're going to see some tires, you know, once they wear what we call the goodie, they wear the goodie off the tires, they're going to be looking for 4 fresh Dr. Feelgoods on all 4 corners of those tires to make up some time. Because I was hanging around out in the garage with the guys as they were out doing practicing, and I was hearing about 3 seconds a lap was the tire fall off after a bit. First one to turn in a lap, Doug Thompson, he ran out there at 38.147. Kevin Paskowitz ran a 38.205. 39.261 for Ron Holyfield. He was a little off of that pace. You got to figure not everyone's going to go out there and take qualifying time. Take a look at David Rudolph as he rolls around the track. Oh, and he gets it all wrong coming off of turn 4 there. Little bit sideways. You know, a loose car is a fast car, but that would be a little too loose to be considered fast. And number 21 Menards. Qualifying, another 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes of qualifying. So far, your top 10 qualifiers look like this. Tyler Duggan up to the top spot. Might help if I just roll this around here. Here we go. Tyler Duggan up there in the top spot. Doug Thompson, followed by Kevin Paskowitz. Of the guys that have taken time, then Jason, man, he is going to kill me. I don't get this name right. Tarasenko. Hey, I did it. Ron Holyfield holding down your 5th spot. The other guys, that's your top 5. The only 5 so far to have taken time on the track. Looks like that they give 4-lap qualifying attempt. They've got 10 minutes to go out and lay down 4 laps. Fastest time of those 4 laps is going to post to the pole. Pole position, starting off in the very front of the pack, can be advantageous. It could also be scary. You get those guys that don't want to be up in front to have an incident known as what we call ARCA braking. Focusing in on Dalton Kilrow out there as he's coming around taking another lap. 41. Michigan International Speedway. It's a fun track. It's what they call the sister track to Auto Club Speedway out in California, in Southern California, Fontana to be exact. But there's nothing, it's got to be the evil sister, we'll put it that way, because California is a whole nother animal. Taking a look at your qualifying up there. Still, Tyler Duggan holding down that top spot. When I checked scoring and timing, Tyler went out there and laid down one hell of a lap, 37.614. Spencer Preet out on the track. See if he's he laid down a lap at 37.709, holding down that 2nd spot. Dalton Kilrow holding down your 3rd spot with a 37.981. 37.910 with Adam Jocelyn. Russ Trinetsky holding down top 5. Rest of your top 10 look like this. Doug Thompson, Kevin Paskowitz, Jason Tarasenko, Russell Brown, and Ron Holyfield out there in the 10th spot. Some of these guys I've raced with in other leagues, league that I'm a part of, and Ron Holyfield being one of them, Kevin Paskowitz, Adam Jocelyn, and I can tell you they do what I call hold a pretty wheel. They keep it on the track and they keep it looking good. Qualifying winding down. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in qualifying. Don't know if anyone else is going to put down another lap tonight. See if someone could shuffle that up and knock Tyler off of that top spot. Now I'm looking at my scoring and timing, and I just saw a name pop up, folks. And I think he's out on the track right now, or no, he's not. He may not be taking a qualifying time. He's someone you don't see run this league an awful lot because, well, in real life, he's got a car he's got to run. He's got another race car to drive. Mr. Ronnie Osmer running the number 23. I always call for a driver to watch for the race. Hey, look at that. I love that paint scheme on that. Let's see if we can get another view of that one. Take a look at that paint scheme of Ronnie Osmer out there. See if we can roll around to the drone I got flying around this track. Take a look at the. Let's take a look at the front of that car. Sporting the Palmetto Moonshine ESBN logo on his car. Ronnie Osmer. Sitting there. I wonder if he's going to go out and get a qualifying lap. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in qualifying. I want to see if Ronnie can go out there and knock someone off the pole, but we'll have to see. I always call for a driver to watch in the race, and I'm going to make that call early tonight because you know what? Someone that I would be calling, Mr. Tex Perry, down with an illness tonight, and we want to send our best wishes out to Tex. Hope you'll get better so you can make the next race. You know, he tends to hold quite a bit of the chunk of the points in this league, vying for that championship. We got like, what, 16, 17 more weeks or 18 more weeks of racing to go. And since he's not out here, I'm going to call for Ronnie Osmer on the driver to watch tonight. Everyone seems to have laid down their laps. Tyler Duggan still holding down that top spot with Spencer Preet, Tim Bills, Dalton Kilroe, and Ryan Hauser holding down your fifth position. Oh, there goes Ronnie. Let's see if we can follow him around. Take some qualifying laps around Michigan International Speedway. Let's take a look from his perspective, shall we? Right along inside the car. See what a qualifying lap looks like around Michigan International Speedway. As Ronnie brings the number 23 Palmetto Distillery machine up to speed. Brings her down off of that wall. Holds it out high on the Larson line off of 3 and 4. Comes to take the green flag for qualifying. Let's see how he does. Green flag, folks. We are on a flyer. Now, you should see him roll. If I know Ronnie, he's going to roll this lap down low, turns 1 and 2. Keep in it as best he can. Run that back straight wide open. Get as low as he can on 3 and 4 to put down a lap. Folks, you're looking at what... that's not going to do it. Ronnie out there running. My scoring hasn't caught up with it yet. We'll have to see where he cycles out on my timing screen. First lap in the books. Oh, poor Ronnie just ran out of qualifying time. Looks like he's going to hold down the 14th spot. Your top 10 for after qualifying. I'll have to see how things cycle out here. Cars are gridding up on the field right now. Waiting for everything to catch up. I love the new way they start from pit lane. They got them backed in over there. The 41 Monster Energy car of Dalton Kilroe. Sitting there pretty next to the 27 of Spencer Preet. That's another driver to watch tonight, folks. Spencer Preet is normally fast as hell around these tracks. Can't wait to see what they put down. Cars are all lined up on pit road, getting ready to follow the pace car out. Take a flight around Michigan International Speedway. Your starting grid's going to look like this. Taking the green flag from the top spot is going to be Tyler Duggar. Outside of him will be Spencer Preet. Tim Bills holding down your third spot. Dalton Kilroe in fourth. Ryan Hauser in fifth. Top in the starting outside third row is going to be Mark Arthur. Adam Jocelyn inside row 4 in 7th position. 8th position being held down by Travis Brown. Russ Charneski in the 9th and Kyle Gilbert in your 10th. Doug Thompson, Kevin Paskowitz in the next row. Jason Tarasenko, Ronnie Osmer. Followed by Russell Brown, Ron Hollyfield, Ashton Schleiss. You're going to have to forgive me on these names, folks. James Grumpy Bunce. We call him Grumpy for a reason. You'll find out why later. Mike Tipton. Tippy, he's going to roll off in 19th spot. David Rudolph in 20th. And rolling off shotgun on the field, Mr. Willie Glenn. That's your starting grid, folks. You see the cars working around behind the pace car. Getting ready to take that green flag. Everyone running the same car tonight. Everyone in a Chevrolet chassis with a Chevrolet power plant. But not every car is equal. Like I was telling you earlier, these setups are in the control of the drivers. When green flag or yellow flag pit stops come around, the track conditions will change, folks. And you look for these guys to make changes wholesale on the car to see if they can go ahead and get a little bit of more speed out of them, get a little more grip out of those tires, get a little more the best they can. As you watch the field come around and turn 3-4 complex at Michigan International Speedway, we look for the pace car to make the hard left turn into pit lane, and as another cohort of mine at ESPN would say, tell Grandpa it's time to pop a Viagra. Let's get it on. Waiting for the green flag to come out. Dalton Kilroe holding them down, and green is out. We are underway. 100 laps, Michigan International Speedway, folks. NASCOM Online League, bringing you live racing. Michigan International Speedway. Byron Rodney up here in the booth for ESPN. Watching them 3 wide around Michigan Speedway. I told you this was going to be a wide track. The high lane's going to work, the low lane's going to work, but don't look for that low lane to be working so hot when it comes down time for the end of it all. Spencer Preet leading them around. He went up and grabbed the lead on him in that number 27 DuPont car. Tyler Duggar holding down your second spot way outside, but look at Mark Arthur working underneath in the Hello Kitty car, as I call it. Your top 3 starting to pull away a little bit. Mark rolling that back to the top, to the second spot. Looking a little further back, Dalton Kilroe's leading a whole angry pack right behind him in the 41 Monster Energy entry. Coming around turn 2 there. Coming down the backstretch here in Michigan International Speedway, working lap 2 of 100. And they're just not giving it up. Spencer's opened up a little bit of a lead. He's already stepped it out to a 0.2 of a second lead. Like I said, Spencer is a fast cat to watch around here. But if we take a look at my driver to watch tonight, Mr. Ronnie Osmer, rolling a number 3 Palmetto Distillery entry, ESPN logo on the tail there. Ronnie started that car in 14th. He's moved up to 13th. I don't look for anyone to be making any what we call money moves early in the race because there's a lot of racing going on. Green flag still out, lap 3 of 100. We're going to work stages tonight, folks. We have 3 stages tonight. We're going to be at lap 30, another lap 30, so that'll be lap 60, and then the last 40 till we run to the checkers. Something iRacing put out, and I don't know if you all are aware of it with this latest update, but iRacing put out on their latest update that we can now have green flag checkers in our simulations. I tried to reach out to the league owner who's under the weather, Mr. Tex Perry, to see when he set that up, were green-white checkers a part of the option, and I wasn't able to get a hold of him. Like I said, we wish Tex the best. Watching Spencer Preet work some time out here. Oh my God, he's already gapped the rest of the field 1.2 seconds. He's got a setup on that hot rod. Mark Arthur under fire by Adam Jocelyn, who's moved up to the 3rd spot. And a whole angry field, far behind him. It looks like so far at the early stages, it's going to be Spencer's race to lose. What he puts in for a setup, what his crew chief does for him, folks, I'll tell you what, man, I'm going to have a little talk with him about that and see if I can't maybe gain some insight and some secrets. Mark Arthur holding down the 2nd spot, followed hot by Adam Jocelyn. Tim Bills and Travis Brown rolling out your top 5. Taking a look at 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. You can throw a blanket over them, folks. You can see the low line working, the high line working. Michigan is a wide track to go, working lap 6 of 100. I was hanging out in the garage talking with some of the drivers before the race, and I told you about, tires are going to be key here, about whether we're going to have, what kind of fall off they had. They were talking about 3-second a lap fall off, but fuel's another issue. How far can they go on a tank of Go Fast? How many laps can you put in that fuel tank, folks? Strategy plays a lot. Who's going to blink first, get the fresher tires, go down and lay down laps that are 3 seconds a lap faster and gain track position on those leaders? Who's going to keep it out there on fuel to make one less pit stop than everybody else? Strategy plays into it until the great equalizer, what we call the green flag comes, or the yellow flag comes out. Oh, we got one off the pace already. Yellow flag, caution's flying. Have to see what happened there. Oh, Kevin Paskowicz coming around. Let's see if we can catch what happened there with the number 7 PH Aware entry for Kevin Paskowicz. Looks like he brings it around turn 1-2 complex up on the high line and, just slaps the wall. Oh, just tapped the wall and brings her around and noses it into the inner wall. I'd be looking for Kevin to bring that to pit lane and see if he can get himself a fast repair, which they do have. Or is he going to pit farm that thing and see if he can keep it out there? Spencer Preet leading them out over the behind the pace cars. We're working caution number 1 of the race, coming out of lap 8 for a spin from Kevin Paskowicz. Is the leader going to blink and bring it down pit lane, or is the leader going to want to keep it out there? We focus in on the camera on pit lane. We can hear the field coming around. We'll see who's going to take that bite and go down the lane, or see who's going to stay out. Field comes around, pace car comes into the camera view, and they are. Looks like everybody's coming in. Wholesale adjustments on pit lane, folks. Spencer Preet leading them down into pit lane. We'll see how fast he gets in and out. Everybody bringing it down. One car staying out. Don't know if he stayed out to lead a lap. Don't know if he stayed out to grab that bonus point towards championship. Spencer Preet's going to get beat out of the pits, folks. Looks like everyone decided they were going to take... Whoa, Tim Bills. A 9-second pit stop, folks. That tells me, Tim, he just done rolled out to the lead there. 2 tires, I'm going to assume, on Tim. As we're working caution under lap number 9. Here at Michigan International Speedway, Byron Rodney in the booth with ESPN, and we shall be right back. Back live with you, NASCOM Online, here with ESBN, the Esports Broadcasting Network, bringing you live coverage of the NASCOM Online Series here at Michigan International Speedway. Working our first caution of the race, brought out by Mr. Kevin Paskowitz. Tim Bills, it looks like 2 tires was the call on his pit stop. Everyone else took 4 Dr. Feelgoods. We're going to see if he knows a little something about this track that we didn't. And I'm going to, like I told you folks, it's an open set race with these guys. So wholesale changes, track bar adjustments, spring rate adjustments, a rubber end, a little tire pressure adjustment to loosen up the car, tighten up the car, and make it go fast, depending on the track conditions out here. That's your bottom bet. These guys, pace lights out on the pace car as they come around turn 1-2. They look like they're heading down the back stretch as they form up side by side here. Your top 10 coming out of the pits look like this. Tim Bills holding down the top spot. Adam Jocelyn second. Travis Brown, Dalton Kilroe, and Kyle Gilbert rolling out your top 5. Mark Arthur, Spencer Preet, Tyler Duggan, and Ross Charneski, followed by Ronnie Osmer, my driver to watch, moving up to the 10th position after that round of pit stops there. We'll see if Ronnie can hold it out, see what he's got for him. Don't know. Fixing to find out, as they say. Pace car leading the field down there. Look for the pace car to make that hard left into pit road. That's leader's discretion on the green when he's going to mash that go loud, the go fast pedal, the loud pedal as we call it. And Tim pushes the loud pedal fast, and we are back underway, racing live, Michigan International Speedway. Tim brings him around, leads the whole pack down into turn 1. He gapped the field with a heck of a start. Look like he got the rest of them sleeping, especially Adam there in the second spot. Dalton Kilroe hot on his heels with Travis Brown down to the inside as they work around the track, coming around 2 wide. We're going to see if that 2-tire stop helped him or hurt him. It's a 2-mile oval track here in Michigan, folks, and you got to wonder, is the draft working with these cars? You know, when I get to talk to these guys, we're going to ask them about it. How were the cars handling in traffic? How were they handling out of traffic? Spencer Preet, who led a lot of the first opening stages, opening laps of the race, holding down your 9th spot. Caught back there in traffic. His caution's back out once again. Don't know what happened to bring that out. Let's see if we can go back and find out what happened. Looked like 3 wide off there, and oh! Spencer Preet into the side. Let's see if we can have another look at that. Looked like the number 15 car. Oh my gosh. Was that the 18? That was Tyler Duggar. Let's take a look at that one more time. Coming around turns, they go 3 wide. Tyler takes it in the middle. Spencer Preet brings it down low below the apron, crossing the start-finish line. Looks like he just washes right up. Oh, yeah, he hit that transition from the apron to the track, and it just shot him up into the side of Tyler, man. That's a tough break. Tyler be using that fast repair. Tyler following around, looking to probably head it back to pit road. Tim Bill's still holding out there off of that 2-tire stop. It's going to be interesting. We'll take a look, see if a wholesale crowd's going to come in for another round of pit stops, make another round of adjustments, and grab 4 more fresh tires. Working our second caution of the race of lap 14 here. And Tim gives him the old head fake, and some bought, some didn't. He's going to stay out on track. Adam Jocelyn brings her in pit side. Kyle Gilbert brings it in pit side. Mark Arthur, Spencer Preet, they all bring it in pit side for 4 fresh tires, maybe fix some damage, another adjustment, and go back out there and see what we can do. Folks, my driver to watch tonight so far, Mr. Ronnie Osmer, taking a look at him, started off on your 14th position, currently working in only 15 laps up to 4th. Wise pick maybe for my driver to watch? We'll find out. We'll see what the number 23 entry Ronnie Osmond does with it. Tim Bills leads him around under caution. He's going to pick up, points for leading the race. Other guys making wholesale pit stops, tire changes, chassis adjustments, air pressure changes. See what they can do to make that car handle just a little bit better. NASCOM online here, Michigan International Speedway. Halfway through stage 1. Remember, we're going to have a stage ending at lap 30, folks. So we're halfway there. 86 laps to go in the race. 15 left to go in the stage. Watching that Mustang pace car lead him around the track on the turn 3-4 complex, bring him back around over to the start finish. And the lights should go out on the pace car with one more lap to go around. Checking the track conditions, if it's changed any bit. Yeah, track's starting to cool down. Let's talk about what happens when the track cools down. You want to make some adjustments. It does what we call tighten up in the sport. That means when you turn the wheel, you want to make that left-hand turn going into turn 1 or coming out of turn 2. You're trying to hold it down low. The car is tight. That means it doesn't want to turn. You're putting the input into the steering wheel to get it to turn, and the car is like, nah, I think I'm going to head for that wall over there on your right-hand side. Wholesale changes are going to happen to loosen the cars up as the track cools down every pit stop that they get. Guys will raise a track bar here or a little bit of tire pressure in the right rear or the left rear. But when it comes down to being too loose, if you started the race off too loose, that first pit stop helped you out. You're able to tighten it up. Loose is when tight was when you turn the steering wheel and the front end of your car said, nah, I ain't going that way. And ran up to the outside wall. Well, loose is when you turn the steering wheel and the front end says, okay, I'm turning, and the rear end says, where are you going? I don't want to go that way. And the rear end goes around to hit that outside wall. So tight, you hit the outside wall with the front end. Loose, hit it with the rear. That's what we call racing, folks. Looks like I got one retirement off the race after 9 laps. Mr. Ron Hollyfield putting the car on the trailer. Everyone else out there on the track still on the lead lap. Bringing it back around to the start-finish line, let's see what we can see. Tim Bills has got the control of the race. Lights are out in the pace car. Look for that pace car to take that hard left turn into pit lane. Tim Bills has got the control over when we're going to go on the loud pedal. Working the back straight here, Michigan International Speedway, working lap 17 of 100. Here at the NASCOM Online Series, running the K&N car. All Chevrolet chassis, Chevrolet power plant. You think it's equal? Nah. Open setups, nothing is equal here. Let's see what they want to do with this, how we're going to bring the start out. Is he going to go real fast? Is he going to hold him down? Pace car's off, and no, he ain't going to hold him down at all. He says, see you boys, I want out of here. You all, the rest of you, decide what we're going to do. Tim Bill's just checking out on the rest of the field, catching him sleeping. Dalton Kilrow working the outside, gets ahead of Travis Brown. Ronnie Osborne holding down that 4th spot, followed by Ryan Hauser. We'll see if we can leg it, how they can leg it out. Number 37 car, Tim Bill, still leading that race. Oh, ducking down to the inside, the 01 of Travis Brown, but the inside hold because the 41 carrying that outside momentum. Folks, when you talk about the high line, what we call the Larson line, where Kyle Larson in NASCAR likes to run, you carry so much speed from the outside of the track, but let's face it, on a 2-mile track, on a 2-mile oval, the fast way around here is around the bottom, but to hold the speed that you got to hold, you got to go up, you got to come down, and your car's got to handle. We got to move for the lead, folks. The 41 of Dalton Kilrow works that down bottom line, but that high side momentum might have Tim holding the top spot. Tim Bills, Dalton Kilrow, Tim Bills. And then look at this, Travis Brown shooting down low, grabbing that momentum, going probably for what they call the slide job, but can he hold it? No, he can't. Ronnie Osborne up into the mix. Oh my God, we got a 5-way dance for the top spot at this race. Take a blanket, throw it over the top 5. I couldn't tell you who just crossed that line, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 3 wide. We've got some racing in Michigan, folks. Exciting. Tim Bill still just managing to hold him off, man. The challenge down low from all 3 different drivers didn't stick. Ryan House is going to make that move down to the bottom. See if he can hold it off. You can see him moving up on Dalton there, holding down that spot, but his car didn't really want to stick. Ronnie Osborne washing up with a slide job to hold down the 4th spot. Side-by-side racing, top 5. Throw a blanket over him here. Working lap 21 now of 100. Remember, we got 9 more laps to go, and we're going to catch a caution for the stage. Your top 5 out there, I couldn't tell you your top 5. Oh my God, Kyle Gilbert looks like he just shot up into that 4th spot. Let's take a look at that, see if we can't see what happened there. Looks like, oh yeah, they got together coming off of that corner. Caution's back out, folks. Caution back on the track here in Michigan as the field works to catch up to the pace car. Wait for him to cross the start-finish line one more time, and I'll run down the timing and scoring on that. Oh, what a heartbreaker that was. I wanted to see that play out to the stage end. That was some hard side-by-side racing. Normally these guys will kind of keep it in check for a little bit till we get to the end stages where it's time to hit the scramble button and go, but holy smokes, they're racing like it was the last 10 laps of the race. Who's going to have the brevity to bring it into the pits for some changes and some tires? You know, they're thinking, whoever comes to the pits this time, they're thinking long-term for the race. Whoever holds it out there, they're thinking, I need the stage points, you know, for my season. Take a look at the top 5 sitting right now. Dalton Kilrow up front, followed by Tim Bills, Ronnie Osborne, Kyle Gilbert squeaking through that. Oh, he had to have a moment where he changed the color of his fire suit, and Dalton Kilrow fakes him out. Everyone else ducks into pit road. Looks like Jason Tarsenko. Please forgive me on that one, folks. New drivers for my name. I'm taking over broadcasting for you on Saturday nights here at NASCOM Online from ESPN. Byron Rodney in the booth. Usually handle another league, but, you know, due to scheduling, real-life jobs, sim racing scheduling, hey, guess what? Saturday night works out better for me, folks. So I hope you follow me. I hope you like the broadcast. If you do, go down, put a like on it. That's how I managed to pick up some sponsors for my own racing. So my latest sponsor, I want to give a shout out to MK Motorsports. Coming on board, yes, I'm getting your name added to the all the paint schemes along with my PH Aware and Autism Awareness paint jobs. But not, you know, we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about NASCOM Online. We're here to talk about the guys that made wholesale runs into the pit lane. Is Dalton Kilroe sitting up there a sitting duck for not taking tires? But he's only got to hold that spot for probably 5 laps till we hit the end of the stage. Looking at the 109 paint job on Jason Tarasenko. You know what? One of these days, damn it, Byron, you're going to get it down right. Tarasenko. I think I did that the last time we broadcast NASCOM. Jason, I owe you one. Working on a caution, lap 23 of 100, and we shall be right back. Back live at Michigan International Speedway with NASCOM Online with ESBN in the house, folks. Esports Broadcasting Network. Yours truly, Byron Rodney, bringing you NASCOM Racing live from Michigan International Speedway. Lights are out on the pace car. Dalton Kilroe holding down your top spot. Jason Tarasenko in second. Ronnie Osborne third. Tim Bills and Kyle Gilbert rounding out your top 5. As the field works the coming up to the turn 2 complex here at Michigan International Speedway. Going to bring them one more time down the back straight and then look for the pace car to make that hard left turn into pit lane. And we'll see if Dalton holds them down or if Dalton just flat mashes the loud pedal and says, "See you, boys, I am out of here." The rest of your top 10 look like this. Doug Thompson holding down the 6th position. Russ Charneski, Mark Arthur, Willie Glenn moving up to that 9th spot. Good showing from the rookie here in this league. Russell Brown holding down your top 10 spot. Getting ready to come back around to the green, folks. We'll see if that 41 says, "See you, boys, I'm out of here," or if he just holds them down, tries to trick him into a spot. He's got to hold down 4 laps. 4 laps for the stage. We're going to catch another caution at lap 30 while we award some stage points, 1st through 10th. Pace cars into pit lane. Now, Dalton didn't wait a moment. Green flag waving at Michigan International Speedway. We are back underway. Dalton just kind of pulls one out and says, "See you, boys." Jason holding down that second spot. Ronnie Osmer working down to the inside. Oh, Kyle Gilbert looks like he's going to make it 3 wide, take that low lane, force Ronnie up another lane to see if that momentum will carry Ronnie around Kyle, or Kyle going to work around the bottom. Kyle, I've raced with him in a few other times in a few other leagues. Kyle Gilbert, my friends, is one hell of a wheelman behind the wheel, let me tell you. as he falls in behind Ronnie Osmer, who just sneaks up to grab that second position. Kyle Gilbert now works down to the bottom, and here we go again, folks. Take a blanket and throw him over the top 5. Dalton Kilroe checked out a little bit. He's got 0.4 of a second on them. Hold it down for 3 more laps. He's going to get the stage win at lap 30. But everyone else just throwing haymakers around Michigan International Speedway to see if they just can't eke out a better spot for the stage finish. Dalton Kilroe starting to get a challenge to the outside from Ronnie Osmer and the inside from Kyle Gilbert. Dalton, you got to wonder, he stayed out. We got some fresh tires on these guys. Kyle Gilbert to the point. Ronnie Osmer on the outside. Who's going to cross that line first? My scoring and timing gives that lap to Ronnie Osmer. Kyle Gilbert in second. Dalton Kilroe falling back to third. Falling back, and Mark Arthur holding down your 4th spot, followed hotly by Tim Bills working the inside there. But we got another slugfest for the lead between Ronnie Osmer and Kyle Gilbert. Dalton Kilroe looks like he just doesn't have anything left on those field goods. Kyle Gilbert, Ronnie Osmer, Kyle Gilbert. Who's going to come home with that stage win? We are coming to the green, one to go for the stage, folks. Crossing the line, lap 29 now. I believe we got a complete lap 30, so we got 2 laps to go. Working lap 29 at 100 here at Michigan International Speedway. Ronnie Osmer and Kyle Gilbert not giving any quarter, but yet not giving any, taking any either. Giving each other ring. Oh, and Osmer into the wall on the outside. That's going to scrub some speed off of him. He falls down the chart a little bit. Kyle Gilbert just steps it out there. Ronnie Osmer back to the 4th position. Oh, what a break for the Louisiana kid. Tim Bills moving up. Ronnie back up to 3rd. Tim Bills, Mark Arthur into the 2nd spot. Kyle Gilbert crosses that line. Caution out. Caution is out. I do believe that is your stage, folks. Kyle Gilbert would grab the stage if that would be the case. Pace car comes out to pick up the field. Kyle Gilbert jumps on the binders to hold down. He woe down behind a Ford Mustang coming out there to pick up the field. We'll see wholesale pit stops, I'm sure, from everybody. Oh, that was a good battle shaping up for the stage win. And Ronnie Osmer just couldn't keep her down off the wall. Scraped the paint off the right side of that car. As soon as we cross the start-finish line, folks, we'll pick up timing and scoring and see who gets the stage points here at Michigan International Speedway. Ah, what a run for the stage. Stage 1 in the books here, working our 4th caution. Yep. Oh, Kyle brings her down. Everyone that made the pit stop on that last yellow looks like they're going to stay out. These guys, they stayed out on tires. The stage points are going to look, well, we'll have to find the call on that. After we get wholesale pit stops done, we'll pick up the rest of the field and see if we can't get an interview with our stage winner, Mr. Kyle Gilbert. Kyle Gilbert bringing the 227 machine back out of pit road. Going to form up with the rest of the field. Let's see if I can't get a hold of Mr. Kyle Gilbert, your stage winner here for stage 1, Mr. Kyle Gilbert. Man, it looked like one heck of a run shaping up for the end of that between you and Mr. Ronnie Osmer, but you guys were throwing haymakers and Ronnie got up in that wall. How's your car handling for you out there on the track? Kyle Gilbert, you got a copy.
Oh, can you hear me?
Now
wrong
we got
button.
you.
I was pressing the wrong button.
Wrong button.
Unfortunately, I gave up the stage win there for pit tires.
Oh,
So
you
Mark
guys-
Arthur is the stage winner.
You guys did not call stage when that caution came out, huh?
The caution is not in the stage. It always ends at the end of the lap. The caution, or
well,
like,
I got to tell you, you and Ronnie Osborne were putting on a hell of a show there, throwing haymakers, giving a little bit of respect to each other out there on the track as well. But Ronnie got a little tight up in that wall, and I thought you took that stage by a long shot.
Yeah, I suspect he has a lower gear than I do. He's pulling me out of the turns, but I think I still have a little bit on him. But we'll see what I can do the rest of the race.
How's the car handling out there? The changing track temperatures. Are you guys having to loosen them up, make some wholesale changes when you make those pit stops?
On the first pit stop, I loosened up just a bit. That's about it. It seems to be handling pretty good.
Well, good deal out there, man. I thought you had that stage win, but you were up there running for the lead, so it shows me you got a car to beat out there tonight. Ronnie's our driver to watch for the night, for this week. See if you got a little something for the rest of the field. Good luck out there.
All right, thank you.
That was your race leader when that one caution came out, Mr. Kyle Gilbert in the 227 machine. But you heard him, Mark Arthur took that stage win. So Dalton Kilroe come out of the head of the pack after pits, followed by Tyler Dugan. Kevin Paskowich out there from that pit cycle is rolling in your third position. Adam Jocelyn and David Rudolph rolling out your top 5. Working lap 32 of 100 under caution here at Michigan International Speedway. We got another stage ending at lap 60. So we're going to keep that in mind now that I know, what to look for. We're going to see these cars, lights should go out on that pace car. We should see everyone forming up side by side. As do the lights go out on the pace car. That means one more tour around Michigan International Speedway as the field forms up side by side. And we fire them off for stage 2, ladies and gentlemen. ESPN bringing you race coverage live from Michigan International Speedway. Byron Rodney up here in the broadcast booth, bringing you NASCOM online. Saturday night racing at its finest. Looking at the backs of the cars, I see Kevin Paskowich declined to take that fast repair at one time. Either that or he had a second incident where he just rolled that rear end up a little bit, or he decided not to take that fast repair and pit farmed it, holding that fast repair for the end of the race. Man, those things are kind of valuable. A fast repair works like this. You jump into pits, instead of your pit crew banging out dents or beating out, tape or whatever they need to do, it's snap your fingers and guess what? Car's back to square one. You got a brand new machine, go for it. But if you use it too early and you get dinged up and late in the race, it'll cost you. If you hold it, so you're losing laps, then, it can cost you. So you got to be wise with it. 18 cars on the lead lap. 2 retired to the hauler already. Spencer Preet, that's a surprise. He's already parked the car. Ron Hollyfield parked it early. Travis Brown rolling 2 laps down. Your first car laps down. So pace car off into pit lane. Dalton Kilroe says, that's it, I'm out of here, folks. Loud pedal press, I'm gone. He starts to leg it out over the rest of the field. Tyler Dugan falls in second. Adam Jocelyn in third. And Kevin Paskowich back to fourth. Kevin electing to take that low line back there. Whoa, we're already starting to work at 3 wide. Or are we going to let them ride, folks? Because it's that time of race where we just say, you know what? Time to let them ride. You don't want to start making your money moves early in the race because you can cause a wreck. You can ding up the car, and it just costs you in the long run. Stage points cost you in the long run. The race wins and the way that you place. Dalton Kilroe holding down your first spot. Tyler Duggan hot on his heels. Adam Jocelyn followed back to that third spot in the number 83 entry. Ryan Hauser, the number 38, holding down fourth spot. Ronnie Osmer, after that heartbreaking loss at the end of the stage, going up into the wall, holding down P5. Kevin Paskowich falling back to your 6th position after the restart. Mark Arthur hot on his heels. Looks like he's going to take that inside move and get around him on the inside of turns 3 and 4 here at Michigan International Speedway. Tim Bills holding down the 8th spot in the blue and white machine, number 37. Russ Charneski in the number 20 vehicle holding down 9th, and Willie Glenn The genuine draft entry. The 029 car holding down the 10th position. That's your top 10. Take a look back up to your leader, Dalton Kilrow. He's starting to leg it out just a little bit. Looking at about a 0.2 of a second lead over your second place, Tyler Dugan. Looks like they're just going to go ahead and just ride right now. You know, hey, we got another 14 laps, or no, we got another 24 laps to the end of the stage. So keep her going. Like I said, I don't know exactly how far we can make it on the fuel run here. We haven't had the opportunity. The cautions come out. Taking a look back in the field. Looks like your closest battle right here through the field. Guys are just holding them down. Oh, a little twitch right there out of Ridenhauser's machine. Got a little sideways on the 83 or the 38 coming out of the turn. I show him as a 38. His numbers show backwards as the 83. Need to talk to him about his paint job there. I think his who applied that decal might be a little dyslexic. Anyway, going back up to Dalton Kilrow leading your race. Tyler Dugan in there in second. Let's take a ride around Michigan International Speedway with Tyler. Take a look from his perspective as he chases down the top spot. You see Tyler trying to make that move on the inside. You see him duck down lows across the start-finish line there. Didn't quite get her done, but he is right all over the bumper of Dalton Kilrow for that. He's got the second position. He's looking for more. He's got 20 more laps to go till we hit the end of the stage. But having been out there for, 9 laps, I don't know if they got 20 more laps left in that fuel tank. I don't know what a fuel run is there, folks, but it's 2 miles around this oval here at Michigan International Speedway. Adam Jocelyn working his way up to that third spot. He's joining in up there. He says, hey, boys, slow down. I want to get in this. I don't know if they want to slow down, but the more they battle, the easier it is for Adam to catch up to them. But as we say in every broadcast, and I say it all the time, catching them is one thing, folks. Getting them around them, this is something different. Because that car may only be maybe 6 feet wide, but right now, Dalton Kilrow is making it look 15 feet wide to Tyler Dugan right now as they try to make moves to get around. That number 13, yeah, he goes low on Dalton, but Dalton carries that high line momentum off of turn. Watch, he'll take it off of turn 1 and 2. Oh, looks like Tyler's going to get the job done. If he can hold that inside lane, 11 laps on those tires, folks, time's starting to fall off, and the rest of the crowd's starting to catch up. Adam Jocelyn worked his way up to the mix in the 83 car. Mark Arthur stalking him, just keeping a good look at this from his front, look out of his windshield, figuring out what are these top 3 going to do. Tyler Dugan, your race leader. We've already had 7 lead changes in this race, so whoever says Michigan's a hard track to get around past people got a little something wrong. The high lane's working, the low lane's working. It's all about the setup in the car. And Dalton into the outside wall. He's going to lose about 3 or 4 spots on that. The exact same thing, getting tied off of turn 3 or turn 2 out there, just like Ronnie Osborne did at the end of that stage. These guys just slugging it out, not wanting to give an inch. Points are valuable here, folks. That can win you a trophy at the end of the season. But you can't do it, slapping the wall left and right. Oh, what a heartbreaker. That ought to take a little bit of extra time on pit road if he doesn't want to use that fast repair to knock the dent out the right side. Because it's a little bit flatter right now, I'll guarantee you. You can see the marks on the wall as they go by, where guys have been up into the wall. Tyler Diggins leading the charge. Mark Arthur worked his way back up to the second position. Adam Jocelyn, he seems to be perennial third place right there, holding it down. Tim Bills working up to your fourth position. And Ryan Hauser, taking that fifth spot with Dalton Kilrow falling back to sixth. Dalton Kilrow taking that spot back. He says, hey, I'm not done battling this out. Russ Charneski getting into the mix of that, saying, hey, guys, look, I want some of this too. Russell Brown holding down your 8th position all by his lonesome. Kyle Gilbert way far back after making that last pit stop. I thought he won that stage. I kind of looked like a fool on that call, didn't I? But, hey, 15 more laps to go to the end of this stage. We're almost at the cross flags, almost halfway home here at Michigan International Speedway. Tyler Duggan out there in front. Green flag. Mark Arthur says, you know what? Tyler, you had enough leading. I want up in there. Tyler says, nah, that's okay, old man. I'm coming around. These guys slugging it out like it's the last lap of the race. Working lap 46 of 100, Michigan International Speedway. Well, I tell you, I can look all over this track and see racing going on. Tim Bills, Adam Jocelyn slugging it out for third and fourth. Russ Charneski holding in that fifth position. Ryan Hauser sixth. Oh, pit stops coming up. Dalton Kilrow into pit. Did he break something when he slapped the wall on that turn exit? I don't know. Does he know a little something more than anybody else? I don't know. But Dalton bringing a pit side, getting 4 fresh tires, a little bit of repair, a lot more go fast in the tank. Maybe he's got a little plan that he might want to stay out. He's thinking long term for the end of the race. But remember, getting the cautions out at Michigan International Speedway. Let's see if we can go back and find out what happened. What brought the caution? Here I am calling a pit stop for Mr. Mark, for Dalton Kilrow, and I just totally missed the caution come out. Now, I'm going to have to wait for timing and scoring to cycle around, but did that help Dalton being in the pits, or did it hurt Dalton being in the pits? Right now, I'm showing Dalton in the 13th position. Out on track, but is everybody going to go into pit ahead of him now that he's already had his pit stop? Time will tell on that. Let's take a look at Tyler and see if he leads the whole crowd down pit lane. I'm certain that they do. 17 laps on those tires. They've got to be screaming for some tires and some adjustments. We got 12 laps to go to the end of the stage. I see cars staying out, trying to get a lap back. As Tyler leads them down pit lane. I'm going to have to wait for timing and scoring to figure this all out, folks. While we do that, why don't we take a commercial break, and we will be right back. ESPN, Esports Broadcasting Network's live coverage from Michigan International Speedway. Here for the NASCOM Online Racing Series. You got to wonder, Dalton Kilrow, he stayed out. He came in on that pit. Caution comes out. And my timing and scoring says, hey, everybody, Dalton's out in your lead. Holding down the top spot. The top 10 is going to shape up, or the restart, to look like this. Dalton Kilrow, boy, he caught that lucky break on that pit stop. Tim Bills in second. Tyler Duggar in third. Ashton Slice, Russ Charneski, Mark Arthur, Adam Jocelyn, Willie Glenn, David Rudolph, and Ronnie Osmer working his way to 10th position after that heartbreaker towards the end of that stage. Racing hard against Kyle Gilbert in the 227. Pace car brings him around to the start-finish line. Lights should go out, and you should see the guys lap down cars going to get their lap back. I only got, that's going to put everyone, I think, back on the lead lap now. Some guys still in the pits. Mike Tipton getting some extensive work done. And old James Grumpy Bunce down 2 laps. As the field forms up 2 by 2 behind the pace car, lights are out in the Ford Mustang. "19 cars still on the track, 16 of which are on your lead lap. This isn't over by far. We just crossed the halfway point, working lap 51 of 100 under caution. ESPN bringing you NASCOM Online Racing from Michigan International Speedway. We're halfway, folks. We got 50 laps to go. When we take the green, we got 9 to the end of the stage. See if we can't get a green flag run to the end of the stage. Everyone looks like they've been in the pits. Kevin Paskowitz, he's showed back on the first car, our last car in the lead lap, but he's got 13-lap-old tires and fuel. He's banking on running the end of the stage and then getting in there. He's staying on that lead lap. Sound strategy choice there. Dalton Kilrow, he's got control of the field. Take a look as the pace car makes that left turn into pit lane. Dalton's got control of the field, and he says, you know what? Control over. Green flag. We're back underway. Michigan International Speedway. Number 41 just kind of legs it out a little bit over the rest of the field. Heading over to the turn 1-2 complex. 41's got a lot of ground on him, but you know what? The next 5 in a row are going to be on his back bumper, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because these guys are picking them up and putting them down as fast as they can and as good as they can. Fresh tires moving, working lap 52 of 100, looking for the stage at lap 60. Dalton Kilrow holding it out. Tyler Duggan back and forth with Tim Bills for second and third. Mark Arthur up there in the mix, along with Adam Jocelyn rounding out your top 5. Adam Jocelyn looking for a way to get around Mark Arthur. He ain't finding one. Mark's like, hey, this car's a little wider than it looks, pal. Stay back there. And Adam Jocelyn, I'll bet you if he could speak back to him, he'd say, hey, you know what? Not in your lifetime, pal. I'm gone. Tyler working down to the inside of Mark Arthur, now to the inside of Tim Bills. Tyler grabbing that third position away. You know, he was thinking about second. Oh, dove it in a little too deep, got a little too tight up to the wall. Mark Arthur back to the third spot. Tyler falling back to fourth. Adam Jocelyn says, you know what, I'm going to try that low lane. Let me see if I can make that move. I mean, he ain't going to go for 1. He's going to try and go for 2, but not looking like it's working. Highline looks like it's coming in, folks. That momentum on the Highline's carrying him down the straightaways with a little bit more speed because they come off the corner carrying more speed. And then it's a drag race to the end. It's all about how much gear you put in it. Because remember, they had to set that car up. Dalton Kilrow Half a second lead on the field. Looking pretty for the stage. His to lose at this point as he legs it out. Tim Bill's trying to catch back up to the back of him. Mark Arthur holding down here at 3rd spot. Adam Jocelyn and Tyler falling back to the 5th spot. Angry bunch of cars here. Guy's going to run out of track. They keep pushing it off the corner like that. That wall comes up to him. Quick basting in a hurry on the outside. Adam went out working the inside of Tyler, saying, hey, look, make room, kid. I'm coming through. Kid says, no, hold your horses, man. I'm coming around the outside. I love calling this race. Looks like Tim Bills has caught our leader, and he's going to make a run for that lead. He's going to make a run for the point, folks. He's right up on that back bumper sitting in the draft. 2-mile track, you know, they're carrying a lot of speed around these corners. And a lot of speed. That draft does work with the way the tails stick up on these cars, on the K&N cars. Tim Bills now makes his move to the inside as we come to turn 3. Is he going to have enough momentum, and is he going to have enough grip to make it stick? Only time will tell. Side by side, scoring and timing. Oh, Dalton gets a little tight, rolls up to the top. Tim Bills to the point. New leader, lap 57 of 100. Tim Bills to the point. Dalton Kilroe's not done with him, though. Now he's starting to work up on the back of Tim, and Mark Arthur's getting into the mix. Tyler Duggan got back to the 4th spot. Adam Jocelyn holding down that top 5. Ooh, take a look, folks. There he goes, the 227 of Kyle Gilbert. I told you he's a wheel, man. I told you he holds a pretty wheel. We talked to him. He's got that car figured out. I don't look for him to stay in the back very, very long. He's going to get up there, and he's going to fight for that lap. He's going to fight for that stage win. 3 laps to go to stage. Green flag working lap 58 of 100. Michigan International Speedway. Lap car goes down low, says, hey guys, you go for it, take it around. That was Travis Brown in the 01. He's not gonna be that guy to hold him up. He's gonna say, hey look, go for it. Taking a look back up at the top, Tim Bills legging it out, 3/10 of a second. Mark Arthur grabbed that 2nd spot from Dalton Kilroe's, who's fading. Dalton's got, an extra lap on the tires, but it was a lap under caution. I don't think it makes a lot of big difference. But look at the battle for 4th and 5th right there with Tyler and Adam. Side by side, Adam can get right up on the bottom of him, but he just can't quite get around him. That low lane isn't carrying the momentum, and look at the high side momentum that Tyler carries off of that corner. But Adam's going to make another stab at it coming around to turn 3 and 4. As we come to lap 60, we should see caution fly lap 61, and I can actually call a stage win for you. 3-way dance going on right now for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That'll give you an idea, folks, of how important those points are. Looking for when the leader decides to cross over the line. He's got a half a second lead out on the field. Tim Bills does. Mark Arthur safely in that 2nd position. Our battle is for 3rd, 4th, and 5th between Adam Jocelyn, Tyler Duggan, and Dalton Kilroe. And Kyle Gilbert just now moving into the mix along with the number 20 of Ross Trineski. These guys haven't sorted out yet for who's going to take the stage win. Man, it looks like the handling just went away a little bit on Dalton Kilroe's car. As Adam Jocelyn gets around him, the whole field gets around him right there in those top bunch. Cross the line, lap 61 of 100. Caution is out, end of stage. Tim Bills, your stage winner. Followed by Mark Arthur, Adam Jocelyn, Tyler Duggan coming in, getting that 4th spot at the stage. And look at that. Our man Kyle Gilbert, the 227, rolling it up. Russ Tarneski in the 6th position. Dalton Kilroe fell, oh gosh, after sitting up in the lead for so long, man, it's got to be a heartbreaker. Fell back to that 7th position at end of stage. Ryan Hauser takes the 8th position. Ronnie Osler, after slapping the wall at the end of stage 1, working his way back to the 9th position. And rounding out your top 10 for the stage, the number 21 entry of David Rudolph. Love that Menards paint job. Shows up nice and pretty. Sun's starting to go down a little bit here. Track temp is falling more, which means look for these guys to be loosening their cars up a little more every stop that they go. A little tire pressure here, a little wedge adjustment there. Make that car handle a bit. We got 40. We're going to have about a 35 lap run for the checkers at the end of this little bit. We'll see that the pace car picks up the field coming off the back straight. Wholesale pit stops coming up, folks. We shall be right back. ESPN, Esports Broadcasting Network. Byron Rodney sitting here bringing you from the broadcast booth live action from NASCOM Online Racing Series. We're running the K&N cars. We are live, Michigan International Speedway. Stage 2 in the books, folks. We got to run for the checkers now. Looks like we're going to have 35 lap run for the checkers. I don't know how far fuel can go. I don't know what we're going to do, but your top 10 coming off of that pit stop to take the green flag when we go back green is going to be Tim Bills up in the top spot, followed by Mark Arthur and Adam Jocelyn. Kyle Gilbert coming out in 4th. Tyler Dugan falling back to 5th. Ronnie Osmer moving up to the 6th position. Russ Karneski, Dalton Kilroe went in 7th, come out 8th. David Rudolph and Jason Tarasenko rolling out or rounding out your top 10, so to speak, I should say. However you want to call it. Byron Rodney up here. NASCOM Online Michigan International Speedway. Track temp, look at that, folks. Falling. 92 degrees. So, question starts to turn out. Who loosened up the cars when we were in the pits? Who made those wholesale adjustments that needed to be made? 35 lap shootout to the end, folks. Working caution number 6. 2 of which have been for the stages, so we've had 4 incidents of drivers bringing out the caution. 63 laps so far, 6 cautions. We've had 9 lead changes. Look for the lap down cars to go around the pace car now. There's a look at your leader, the 37. The car looks straight as an arrow. I see a little bit of tail damage there on the 2nd place car of Mark Arthur, as well as the others. There's been a little dinging and banging going on there. But to keep your car straight, to keep the aerodynamics of it, especially on a 2-mile oval, that's kind of an important thing to do. These cars get a little twitchy when they get out there in the air, and you know, the front ends on these K&N cars aren't exactly known for being able to, as we say, bump and run. It's 15 cars on your lead lap. 19 of them, or 18 of them on the track. Travis Brown looks like he's finally taking it to the hauler. Adam Schleiss, he's looks like he's put it on the hauler as well. So 17 cars on track, 15 on the lead lap. As we look for the pace car to take that hard left turn into pit lane, Tim Bills has control of the field. Is he going to go on green? Is he going to go early? Is he going to hold him down? Only one way to find out, and that's kind of see what he does. As that Ford Mustang takes that left turn for pit lane. Pace car off to the pits. Yeah, and Tim wastes no time. Hammered down, gone. He legs it out a little bit over Mark Arthur. Adam Jocelyn falling into the third position. Kyle Gilbert rounding out in the fourth. Ronnie Osborne rolling out your top 5. Get a good look at Michigan International Speedway. You can see the cars. If you take a look from the from the high sky perspective, you'll see the multiple lanes I've been talking about these guys running. You'll see guys go down low, and you'll see guys roll around high, and you'll see that high line carry some momentum. A little bit to learn when you're watching these races is how the cars react on the high side, on the low side. And you can see if they want to wash up, and you can see if they want to, slide up towards that outside from the inside. It's good information to take in, folks, off the coverage when we bring you these races. You learn a little bit more. You know, if you've ever seen that movie Days of Thunder, that one scene, well, folks, listen to me. ESPN, the Esports Broadcasting Network, they give you excellent coverage. A little cold trickle trivia there. Your leader, Tim Bills, legging it out. He's got 7/10 second, but man, look at the racing going on for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Throw a blanket over them, folks, as they cross the start-finish line, working lap 68 now of 100. 33 to go in the race. Michigan International Speedway, I don't believe they can do another 33 laps on fuel. So we're going to see what we call, folks, the money stop. Do you get in and out of the pits quick? Can you hit your spot? Can you hit your marks? Will your team be faster? Will you need to fire them and hire a new one next week? The drama plays out, the strategy. Do you take 2 tires? Do you go with a little bit of fuel, just enough to get you to the end, so you can make that pit stop a little faster? Track position is everything here. But don't forget, there is the great equalizer, as we call it, the caution flag. Strategy out the window, re-rack them, and give it a shot. And like I said, with the latest build of iRacing, what we don't know is, did they add green flag, green-white checker to this series? I know other series have been doing 3 attempts or 4 attempts at a green-white checker, just like in real life. iRacing made that update. Hats off to iRacing for doing it. I gotta love you guys for it. But did they implement that in here? We'll find out if we have that situation arise. But taking a look back at your leader, it looks like Tim's got his car sorted out a little better than everyone else in the field. He's legged it out to 1.3 seconds. 1.3 second gap on the field. You want to know what that looks like? There's your rest of them coming into your camera view there. Mark Arthur, as we take a look back at the top, hold down the second spot. Kyle Gilbert, Adam Jocelyn, and Tyler Dugan just slugging it out for third, fourth, and fifth right behind him. There's your top 5. Dalton Kilrow working his way back up to the 6th position. Man, it was a heartbreaker when we saw the handling go away in his car. I don't know if he just didn't make that adjustment right or not. Russ Charneski moving up to the 7th position. Ronnie Osmer, our driver to watch, holding down the 8th position in the number 23 Palmetto Distillery entry. Guys just lining it out, riding. 30 laps to go here at Michigan International Speedway. we're just riding it out. Tim, boy, he's just legging it out on the field. He's got his car sorted out. He's out there in fresh air. Clean air is very important on the nose of the car. Helps the aerodynamics out very well. Plus, as you saw when they racked them up, there was a few cars with a tail dinged up here and a front corner dinged up there. His car is straight as an arrow, handling properly and moving like there's no tomorrow. The real battle is back here with Mark Arthur in second, Adam Josselin in third, and Tyler Duggan in the fifth spot. Oh! Looks like Ronnie... Was that Ronnie? No, that was the 20 entry of Russ Troneski up into the wall. Dropping positions like he threw out a boat anchor or a parachute out behind that car. Up into the wall. You know, just the handling went away and just rolled tight. Don't know if that was an arrow push because arrow push is real on these things. Green flag stays out and we're still underway. Tim Bill still legging it out. Still holding that lead over the field. Mark Arthur holding down second. Kyle Gilbert just rolling in his tire tracks. And it looks like we're just kind of singling it out now. 28 laps to go. I don't know what it is, folks. I just can't quite get enough of looking at the number 12 and Mark Arthur rolling around in that. What do we want to call that entry? Why don't we see if we can get a better look at it here? I call it the Hello Kitty car. I got the high-speed drone. Let's see if we can get it out in front of them and take a look back. Well, it's the Hello Kitty on a My Little Pony entry, number 12 of Mark Arthur. But if you take a look at his front bumper, what does it say? When they take a look at him in the rearview mirror, it says, "Get out of the way." Well, Tim Bills is far away in the lead. He ain't getting out of the way. He says, all right, I'll get out of the way. Let me get out of the way by just putting a damn near 2-second gap on you. That's what the field looks like. Kyle Gilbert rolling third. Looks like they have settled down. Everyone's pretty much got the handling on their car figured out of what they got, the way they have the setup in them. And now we're just rolling. 26 laps to go to decide it, and everyone knows they got to make one more money stop. If anyone has enough fuel in the tank, that doesn't surprise me, because I don't think they have enough to go 26 more laps when everyone's been out there in 12-lap-old tires and 12-lap-old tank. Caution comes out. Caution out one more time. David Rudolph looks like the culprit to bring it out. Let's see if we can see what happened with him. As we watch David Rudolph running on the track by himself, brings it down across the start-finish line below the apron, comes back up. And did he just loop it? Did the car lose the handling? Oh, got tight to the outside wall. And there's our problem. It just lost a handle on it. Folks, you want to see what it's like to lose a handle on a car? Let's take a look. Instant replay right along from the helmet cam. Well, wrong helmet cam. Here we go. Brings her out across the start-finish line, Michigan International Speedway. Got tight up into the wall, and then it just got squirrely. You can see him counter-steer to try to recover it. In and out of the wall again. Oh, what a tough break for David Rudolph. Taking a look at your leaders up here, Ronnie Osmer electing to stay out on 14-lap-old tires, as well as Adam Josselin. Adam Josselin, your leader, Ronnie Osmer in second. Everybody in the field just coming in and getting fresh rubber and a full tank of fuel. 24 laps to go. I don't know if they're quite going to make it. Are they on the edge of fuel? Let's see if we can find out from... Adam Josselin. what the strategy is there. Let's see if we can drag Adam down here. Let's see if he can give us a little bit of insight. Adam Jocelyn, Byron up here in the ESPN broadcast booth. You got me?
I got you.
Hey, I see you elected to stay out on that caution. 14 laps on those tires. You know a little something that the rest of the field don't know, my friend?
A little bit. I'm going to be coming in here in a lap or two, but yeah. If it goes green, we'll see what happens here.
I haven't, I was talking with you guys in the garage before the race, and I was hearing about the tire fall off. But the one question that I wanted to ask a driver, and I haven't asked yet, is how far are you getting on a fuel tank on these things? How many laps you got in the Go Fast tank?
My Go Fast tank and in practice said 25 laps minus 4 laps, so you can do the math on that.
Well, that means 21. That means you may have another money stop there, pal, unless we see some other cautions. So, you know what? Strategy playing in. Good luck with that call, my friend. I hope to see you there in the winner's circle.
Thank you.
All righty. That was Adam Jocelyn, folks, who elected to stay out and get a point for leading the lap on the race. Strategy, you heard it, 25 minus 4, so that would make 21 laps. He's in now. I think he would need another caution to stretch that fuel tank. What was I saying about strategy, ladies and gentlemen? You're just seeing it play out right now. Strategy is working. Strategy, Adam says, I think I can do this. I think I can, knowing everyone else has now got one less lap of fuel, especially under caution, that's so a lap under caution equals half a lap of racing. So he's got a little more fuel in the tank than everyone else. Everyone else is taking that shot. Hey, they might make it, they may not. Don't know if they're clutching the car around in caution right now. Don't know if they're killing the ignition while rolling around in caution right now. We'll have to wait till post-race and find out. Mark Arthur assumes the race lead behind the pace car now, the Ford Mustang leading the field around Michigan International Speedway. NASCOM Online brought to you by ESPN. Yours truly, Byron Rodney, up here in the booth. Doing what I do best. Run off at the mouth. Sending out my shout outs to other leagues that I talk to and we broadcast. We're talking Scotty Brinson in the Top Fuel Racing League, open wheel racing. We're talking Kevin Paskowich over there at Paskey's Cardiac Spot Car Series. And I happen to co-own the league with him, and we're talking NASCOM online right here, right now on Saturday nights. That's where my focus is at right now. Even though I'm throwing shout-outs to everybody, throw my shout-out to MK Motorsports coming on board as a new sponsor for me. I thank you for the support. But right now, lights are out in the pace car here at Michigan International Speedway. As we see him, Tim Bills has got the button. Or no, Mark Arthur actually has the button. Tim Bills is second. Mark Arthur electing to start on the outside, even though scoring is showing Tim up front. Lights are out in the pace car. We're waiting for him to take the hard left into pit lane, and we're going to 22 more laps, folks. 22 more laps. Have they got it in their fuel tanks? We're fixing to find out. Bet you a lot of guys were banking on one more caution. We'll see. Working caution number 7. 22 laps to go on a 100-lap race here at Michigan International Speedway. Look for that pace car to make that left-hand move. Pit lane. See it come around one more time. I don't see the green yet, but I do hear the loud pedal get nailed. Mark Arthur says, see ya, I'm gone. Look at that, shooting right up, got a great start. Your second place right now, Dalton Kilrow in that 41 machine. We saw the handling go away earlier on him. We're going to have to ask him about that if we get a chance to talk to him post-race. But, yeah, looks like the handling's back on it. Well, of course, 4 fresh Dr. Feelgoods on all 4 corners of that car. He's out there motoring along. Tim Bills falling back to the 3rd spot, followed by Tyler Duggan, Ryan Hauser, and rounds out your top 5. Mark Arthur got the Hello Kitty, or My Little Pony Hello Kitty car. I'm going to have a talk with that man. Oh my gosh. 20 more laps to go here at Michigan International Speedway. There's your top 5. One camera shot. We're having a slugfest with 20 laps to go. We've had the leader change 11 times, and it's about to change again if Tyler has anything to say about it. Working that low line. Got the car dialed up on the low line, the number 13. Can he keep it down there, and can he hold it? Get around Dalton Kilrow. Looks like Tim Bill's right up on the tail of Dalton. Mark Arthur's got to love it because he looks in the rearview mirror. He sees them all side-by-side racing back and forth, looking for a line to get around, and it just gives him a chance to leg it out a bit. But these guys working the draft, especially with Tyler making that low line work this late in the race. That's another thing, folks. When you see the camera shot and you see that dark lane, how the track looks a little dark around one spot, folks, these tires lay down rubber. That rubber makes that track handle different. That track gets a little hotter. That rubber gets applied to it. Your car doesn't stick like it used to. It slides. And watching these guys work that low lane in that dark rubber this late in the race is, frankly, folks, just goes to show you the talent here at NASCOM Online. The talent that goes into engineering the setups on these cars, the talent that goes into wheeling these cars, and the discipline that they have to hit their marks lap after lap to slug it out like that. Tyler moving up to the 2nd spot, Dalton taking 3rd, Ryan Hauser to 4th, and Tim Bill's falling back to the 5th spot. $18 laps to go. Mark Arthur getting a chance to leg it out. Only 0.3 of a second. He's not putting time on the field like they were last time. But when 2nd and 3rd get side by side like they are right now, that gives the leader a chance to get away. The leader's out in clean air. These two got to deal with dirty air, and everyone else behind them's got to hang on for dear life. Keeping focused in on that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place battle. Back and forth, 4th and back they go. Dugan, Kilrow, and Bills, Kilrow, and Dugan, man. That 41 has been surprising to me all night. He's had the car, you know, he showed that he had the car to beat for the longest time, and we watched the handling go away, and he faded all the way back to 7th or 8th position that we saw. But looks like the longer we get into this run, the more he's starting to fade back because I'm showing him scored in the 4th position. Tim moving up to the 3rd spot. Now Dalton taking it back. Oh! And we're trading paint, folks. That's an anomaly known to happen when you get to the last end stages of a race. You get down to 10 to 15 to go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hit the scramble button. You know what? I gave you respect on the track. I gave you room to race around me. I even let you take that position back and forth. But you know what? Nah. I got 15 laps to go. I'm taking it, and I'm running with it, and you ain't going to stop me. And if you try to take it, I'm going to bump you out the way. This is the kind of racing that we love to see, folks. Tight racing, NASCOM Online, Saturday night, Michigan International Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get any more interesting and more better than this. Mark Arthur still holding your lead down. Tyler Dugan looks like he has the car to track him down with. He's got 15 laps to see if he can make that pass for 1st spot. And do they have enough of the Go Fast liquid in the Go Fast tank that the loud pedal is using up at a pretty darn quick, fast, and in a hurry. Looks like Tyler's just going to ride for a bit and keep Mark within striking distance. 14 laps to go. Michigan International Speedway. Your 3rd, 4th, and 5th position. 3rd and 4th slugging it out. Russell Brown moving up to the 5th spot. Kyle Gilbert holding down 6th, followed shortly by Adam Jocelyn, who's fell off the pace a little bit. Ryan Hauser showed that he had a car to get up to the lead, but didn't quite have the car to keep it there. Jason Tarasenko in 9th, and rounding out your top 10, Russ Trineski bringing her back up. But it's all about on the point, Mark Arthur and Tyler Dugan. Dugan, you're going to have to straighten me out on that one after the race. I'll probably forget it by next week anyway. What the hell? Byron Rodney, ESPN, Michigan International Speedway, and more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, NASCOM Online League Racing. Saturday night, slugfest. 13 to go. 12 laps they've been out there. 13 laps to go. I do the math. That says 25. Adam Jocelyn said that's hard to do under green flag conditions on fuel. Are they going to have to make a splash and go? Are they praying for a caution? Drama playing out. Strategy playing out. And then we have the great equalizer. That caution. Looking back at Tim Bills, Dalton Kilroe, and Russell Brown, and Kyle Gilbert, your third, fourth, fifth, and sixth place entries, sitting in the mix. Down to 11 laps to go. Are they kind of holding up, or is it time for them to push the button? And have they got anything for the leaders at this point? The leaders have got them stretched out at 2 seconds. Well, we're looking about 2 seconds. The leaders are up. And if I'm not mistaken, looking at my timing and scoring, folks, there you have it. Tyler Duggan to the point. Let's take a look and see how he done it. Dials up the low line. Oh! Our leader, Mark Arthur, tight off of turn 2, as we've seen so many get up into that outside wall. Gives up that top spot to Tyler. And Tyler just motoring away. But as unlike everyone else we've seen get tight, as the caution comes out, 10 laps to go, unlike everyone else we've seen get tight, go up into that outside wall, Mark was able to hang on to that position. He didn't give up anymore. All right. Caution's out. Now, knowing if I do the science, my engine's moving at a slower RPM because my car is moving at a slower mile per hour. Getting, with my engineer, Peter the meter reader, he would tell me that I'm using less fuel. General math dictates we can do 2 laps under caution in the same fuel it takes to run 1 lap of racing conditions. So, going with Adam Jocelyn's math, 25 minus 4. Now, caution laps, I'm saving fuel. We just might have enough to get there, folks. 10 laps to go, they may be staying out. Who's going to take it pit side? Who's going to stay out? The great equalizer, the caution flag came out, and everybody says better safe than sorry. Who's going to stay out? I don't think anybody's staying out, because the only car I see on the track right there is the first car who's not on the lead lap, and that's Mike Tipton, and he can't go in on the green flag stop with the lead lap cars anyway, so he's going to go around one more time. But everyone bringing it pit side. Who's going to lead the pack off? Let's take a look, see if we can see. Ooh, we're getting good. 9 laps to go, man. Coming to the closing of this thing. The lead just got shuffled up, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan House, or 2-tire stop. 2-tire stop, ballsy call, because every single car behind him took all 4 fresh rubber. Oh, we saw that 2-tire stop for, I can't remember who it was beginning of the race. Was it Dahlin? But whoever it was, it didn't last too long up there on the top point. But your leader, Ryan Hauser, 2-tire stop, banking on some track position, knowing we're going to go green with, 7 laps to go. But 4 fresh tires, these guys are going to be looking to dive, bomb, beat, bang, and plow their way into it. Let's see if we can get a word with our race leader. See if we can get a word with our race leader. See if up here in the booth. Ryan, this is Byron up here in the ESPN broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Dude, that looked like a 2-tire stop. Brave call.
Yeah, well, I had to try something because it fires off good for about 2 laps, and then I'm just struggling. So made a wedge adjustment and put 2 tires on and some air pressure, and we'll see what we got.
Yeah, we've been talking about wholesale adjustments every time going to pit road, and I do know from experience, but 2-tire change makes that car awful loose. Did you tighten it up just a tad? Looks like you're gonna take the green with 6 to go.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm hoping 2 tires doesn't make me too much looser, but I've been very tight all night, so.
Yeah, we've seen guys having a problem, slapping that wall on exit of 2. But good luck with the call, man. If that pays off, man, I'm gonna call that the balls call of the race.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I kind of thought that we might get another caution right away too, so that kind of played into my decision. But
all righty, Ryan. Well, good luck with the call, man. Hope to talk to you post race.
Thank you.
That was your race leader right there, Ryan Hauser, man. Ballsy call, 2 tires. You heard it. We're going to take the green with 7 to go, or 6 to go. 6 laps to fire it off. He's counting on, hey, I'm going to catch another caution. I'm going to hold this track position. But you heard what I said, folks. This pays off. I'm calling that the balls call of the night. No 2 ways about it. We're going to come back to green. Your top 10 looking like Ryan Hauser out there sitting pretty, or is he a sitting duck? Only time's going to tell. Tyler Dugan, man, we've seen that car. It doesn't fire off the fastest, but give it 2-3 laps, it fires right in. Mark Arthur in the 3rd spot. We saw him hit that wall on tightness. Is it going to affect him? Did he save a fast repair? Drama playing out. Tim Bills in 4th. Dalton Kilrow rounding out your top 5, followed by Russell Brown, Jason Terence Senko, I'm going to get that right one of these days. Russ Traneski, Adam Jocelyn, and rounding out your top 10, our driver to watch, Ronnie Osmer. Lights out on the Ford Mustang pace car, man. I've got to take this to the end. I can't do another commercial break. This is too much strategy, too much drama. NASCOM Online on a Saturday night, was brought to you by ESPN. Oh, it don't get much better than this. $14 cars out on the track right now. Kevin Paskowitz still in the pits. 13 of which are up on the lead lap. Willie Glenn holding down your shotgun spot on the lead lap, making a good showing in his first race with NASCOM. But all eyes on the 38 of Ryan Hauser. 2-tire call. Balls call of the night. We're fixing to find out. Pace car getting ready to take that left turn to pit lane one more time. Ryan's got control inside lane. He's got him, is he going to mash the gas and haul ass, or is he going to hold him down? Pace car's in. Ryan is gone. Ryan's got 11. Tyler Dugan and Mark Arthur have got to slug it out for second. Whoa, look at that. 4 wide damn near coming in. Oh, coming off of the tri-oval into turn 1. And, Dalton Kilrow, Tim Bills get sideways. They get it all crossed up. No caution flag yet. Ryan Hauser out there. Mark Arthur and Tyler Dugan bringing it. No caution for that spin. Oh, what a heartbreaker for for Dalton Kilrow and Tim Bills. They've been part of the class all night. Those 2 tires are starting to fade on Ryan Hauser. Mark Arthur back to the point. Tyler Dugan's going to follow him right through. In the tri-oval, 5 laps to go. Oh, what a heartbreaker, Dalton Kilrow. My God. Oh. Oh, Tyler getting a little tight. Almost washed. Oh, big wreck, big wreck. Big wreck. That was Willie. Oh, my goodness. Willie Glenn in the genuine draft entry. Let's see if we can see what happened. Caution is out. 5 laps to go. Yep. Oh, the 83 just got him. Jocelyn gets it all wrong. Willie had nowhere to go. Folks, taking a look at from Willie's perspective, let's see if we can catch this on what I call the vomit cam. Look at him from his helmet perspective. You see Adam Jocelyn gets it loose, just starts spinning around. Willie has nowhere to go. Up into the wall, up and over and under, back around, 360, flippy, spinny, flippy. Oh, my God. close your eyes and thank God it's a sim. My God, Willie. Mark Arthur sitting up at the point, working under caution, 4 laps to go. Now, normally I would say that's race. But remember, we were talking, folks, there was an update to iRacing, which allows us to do green flag finishes, green, white checkers. Like in real life, if there's a caution come out and we don't have enough laps to finish it, well, we get a green lap. Then the white flag comes out, and then the checkers. So if the green flag comes out and the caution comes right back out, we re-rack them and try it again. It comes out a second time, we re-rack them, try it again. Third time's the charm, re-rack them, try it again. But that green flag comes out, no caution, white flag comes out, next flag ends the race, whether it be a caution or whether it be the checkers. But don't know if our illustrious fearless leader, William Tex Perry, he wasn't here tonight for me to ask. I tried reaching out to him on social media. He didn't get back to me. He must be feeling really under the weather. And I want to send a shout out to him and tell him, hey, get well, pal. You know, I hate being sick. I know you hate it even worse. But I didn't get a chance to get an answer from him if we were going to have green, white checkers on this thing. I showed 3 laps to go. Lights are still on the pace car. This might be the race. And when I was asking drivers in the garage before the race, they didn't know, do we have green flag checkers? So, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We may have us a surprise. See if I can get our leader down here. See what our leader might have to say. Mark Arthur, Byron Rodney, ESPN broadcast booth. Got a copy.
Yeah, I got you, Byron.
Dude, that caution come out. I saw what I call the balls call of the race from Ryan Hauser, man, with a 2-tire stop to take the point. But yeah, that caution didn't come out quick for him. You and Tyler got around him pretty quick. Looked like it was going to be a slugfest for the end. Question to you, my friend. Do you know if William Tex Perry, our illustrious fearless leader, did he set green flag, green, white checkers on this?
I have no idea. That's what we're all wondering. Yep, he did. Just now said green, white checker.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we are now in what's called official overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Well, hey, I've been watching you and Tyler slug it out for the whole race, man. You guys look like you have the cars to beat. How's it going to be? His doesn't fire off so great as yours does, but I notice he's got a great long run car. Have you got enough for him for the end here?
Well, I think Tyler let his frustration get the best of him and drove it down the infield and hit a bump, and he might have tore up a little bit of his arrows. So we'll see right here. He's going to drive her in deep, I'm sure, but I'm going to do my best to stay in front of him.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on taking the point. Congratulations on being the first broadcast league race with green, white checkers, man. And I'm honored to bring it all to you. Good luck. We'll hope to talk to you at the end.
All right. Thanks, Byron.
You bet. That right there, folks, was your race leader, Mark Arthur. You heard it. Green, white checkers. First time in the league broadcast. We're going to have it with the new update from iRacing. I'm excited to call it. It's still, look at our scoring, it's still showing 2 laps to go. But, as I take a look, yep, I looked at the weather radar. There is no rain going to shorten this race, folks. I'm hearing guys clutching it. I'm hearing guys turn engines on and off. Remember we were talking strategy about tires, and we were just, let's get in on fuel mileage. If you know you can do 22 laps of racing, throw a few caution laps in there, figure 25 laps is what you got in your tank. You can do it. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe we don't. I'm seeing final lap. Are the lights still on the pace car? That will be the telltale. Lights are out in the pace car, folks. We're going to get green, then a white flag, and then checker. Oh, look for the excitement. First time around, but going back to the topic of strategy in the fuel tank, do they have enough fuel to do a green-white checker attempt? And if the caution comes right back out, do they have enough fuel to do another green-white checker attempt? And ultimately, if they do it 3 times, do they have the third? Guys are stretching it out, you know, on fuel. They short fueled them, I'm sure, in the pits to get track position. Now this adds a whole nother wrinkle, and I'm excited to bring it to you. It's going to be a huge disappointment if the iRacing got it wrong, and this is actually the end. Cars are running out there 2 by 2. Mark Arthur's got the lead. He's holding him down. We're about to tell as we come around for the green flag. Looks like green flag is out. Pace car is off. Mark Arthur's gone. Oh! Tyler Dugan just takes it in. Checkered race. Well, that was our attempt. As they race it around. Oh, man, Tyler. What happened? I don't know. He got bumped from the back, spun. We'll have to go take a look at that. But we'll keep us focused in on Mark Arthur, your race leader. Well, we just brought you our official first overtime race. We might have to do some adjusting on the software because I show checkered. Now I know I'm in overtime. But scoring and timing, yeah, there's a little bit of updates that got to be done software-wise, but they're still bringing them under anger around down the backstretch. Mark Arthur leading the pack. Oh, look at this, my driver to watch. Look who just worked his way up to second. Ronnie Osmer in the 23 Palmetto Distillery ESPN entry. Russell Brown holding the 3rd spot. Russ Troneski in 4th, rounding out your top 5. Balls call of the night, Ryan Hauser. There's your checkers, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Arthur brings it home in the top spot. Ronnie Osmer, 2nd place. Russell Brown, Russ Troneski, and Doug Thompson rounding out the top 5. James Grumpy Bunts, an up and down night, brings her back home for a 6th place finish. Oh man, that was rough on Dalton Kilrow. Coming home 7th, Tim Bills, Mike Timpton, and Ryan Hauser, 10th place. Ball's call of the night didn't quite work out for him, but here's your race winner. The number 12 entry of Mark Arthur. I don't see Russell Brown. Looks like he might have left the building a little bit already. As we see our leader, Mark Arthur, just start melting them down. That's the rite of passage, man. You win a race, go and melt them down, man. Give that smoke show. Light them up. Our winner, Mark Arthur. Let's see if we can reach out to our 2nd place finisher up on the podium. Our 2nd place finisher on the podium. That was our driver to watch, Mr. Ronnie Osmer. Ronnie, what a race, man. 14th, I believe you started. Watched you working at Hammer and Tong with Kyle Gilbert at the end of stage 1 and hit the wall, fall back. Congrats on coming back for the podium. Tell us about your race.
It was a pretty fun, interesting race. I, as you know, showed up late, missed the entire practice, and had no idea what my guys and Team Phenomenal Illusion had for a setup. So thanks KP, Grumpy, and Willie for the setup. And it's just after getting the EOL to start from dead last and then just work my way up the field and just was doing everything I can. Had no idea I even had a top 5 car, but it made adjustments, and
yeah, how much did that track change on you out there? I know, guys, the track temp was cooling off through the race, so it had to be tightening up. You just keep loosening and loosening?
Yeah, it's just, and one of the problems though was in I think stage two. I made the opposite adjustment that I meant to, and it made the car tighter. So in the long run, I fell back a lot. So, but then I tried to make a fuel strategy stop, and that didn't work out. So, but luckily at the end, I had the adjustments right, like how I wanted it, and maybe if the green white checker was a little bit longer, maybe I had a shot.
Well, there you go. Well, congratulations on the podium finish, Mr. Ronnie Osmer, running first time I've seen you run NASCOM. Hope to see you come back. Hope to see you post some more wins, man.
I hope so too.
All righty, that was your second place finisher, Mr. Ronald Osmer. Let's see if I can grab our third place finisher, Russell Brown. Man, congratulations coming home on that podium. You know what? You did it off the radar as I was calling the race, man. And I'm watching guys go to the front, fade to the back. You just kind of faded in from the back under the radar to where I just, holy crap, there you were. Congratulations, my man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, tell us about your race, man. Coming up, from through that pack, that silent. How did you sneak up there and us didn't really notice that?
I just tried to keep the car clean and kind of waited on the racetrack to kind of come around to the setup that we had. Just it's all about being there at the end, and that's what I was worried about.
Yeah, well, talk about being there at the end, man. Congratulations on the third place finish. Talking about the track, I didn't get a chance. I talked about it, the tire fall off with a few drivers pre-race. How was the tire fall off for you? Did the track tighten up, loosen up as you went when it rubbered in? And what was your fuel strategy looking like?
I'll be honest with you, I wasn't even paying any of that in mind. I was just trying to make sure I had a good, clean race, and I was hoping the track would take some rubber, and it did. And, it was finding that right line to be in through the corners.
Yeah. How is your car handling off of turn two? Because through the whole race, all 100 laps, I was watching guys get real tight off of turn two if they entered in too high and just couldn't keep it off that wall.
I was really good through 1 and 2. 3 and 4 is where I seemed to struggle at the most. I just had to get the car, get the right line to get through there and get the straighter run off the corner. 3 and 4, it took me about half the race to kind of figure out where I needed to be at and where I was gaining the most ground.
Well, congratulations, man. You got her figured out. You got the car dialed in, brought her home, podium finish, man. How you feeling about next week?
I don't know if I'll be here next week. I'll be running my real car next week. So, I try to run these races when we get rainouts or, when I'm not running my real car.
Well, hey, you made a hell of a showing tonight, man. Congratulations on third place finish.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to thank my team. They've been a big help, and Moro Suspensions and Action Race Wraps for the great looking car.
All righty, man. Yay. Congratulations, third place. We'll see you next time around. All righty, folks. You heard it. That was Russell bringing your third place podium finish. Let's see if I can track down our race winner tonight, Mr. Mark Arthur. We talked to him right before. We saw the green-white checker. Oh, my God. Well, you're the first winner of a league race under green-white checkers since iRacing made the update. Congratulations, Mr. Mark Arthur.
Yeah, I guess that's a win, but like I was telling them in there, I'd much rather race for the win. I mean, in essence, we did race, but Tim would have been really hard. He would have been really tough competition. Tyler would have been really tough had he not had problems and put it through the grass. But I just like racing rather than that. We had a lot of cautions. I just don't like it.
Yeah, well, total of 9 cautions, 2 for stage. That makes a total of 7 race cautions over 100 laps. 14 lead changes in the race. I did notice that, you know what? Hey, this new update for green-white checkers is exciting to call, but almost impossible for me to see on timing and scoring. We got some software updates to do, but how do you feel about it? You brought home the checkers today. We watched you do your burnouts. What do you think you got for them next week? Where are we racing next week?
I think they were saying we are off next week, but they're going to do an exhibition at Suzuka, I think.
Oh, we're going to go fly over to Japan.
Or maybe Tsukuba, that one. I don't know. They say one of those.
We're going to play
one of those Japanese names.
Yeah, we're going to play road course driver with these big old honking things. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh man, well, hey, congratulations on the win. How did the track feel for you? I mean, did it take rubber? Was it tight for you and then loosen up, or the other way around? What kind of adjustments did you have to make throughout the race?
It felt fine for me. I had mine adjusted really loose to start because I know Michigan just tends to swing tight, especially off of turn 2. And I'm not a sprint racer, so I'm usually a long run guy. That's why I hate the little caution and intermissions. I would rather go long runs and go, and have green flag stops, because that's just my style of racing, is save the tires and be there toward the end. But mine felt great. I mean, I only made one adjustment. I loosened it up a little bit when the track cooled down, but other than that, it felt pretty good, except when I stuffed it in a wall a couple times.
Well, hey, whatever you did, we saw you slap the wall, man. You had a run going. We saw you lose like 7 or 8 spots, but one hell of a recovery to bring her back home for the top spot at the finish of the race. Congratulations, Mark Arthur. Anyone you want to throw a shout out to?
Yeah, I like to thank Dr. Squatch. They came on as my sponsor in some other leagues. I just haven't put them on this car yet.
Yeah, we got to talk to you about your Hello Kitty, My Little Pony car.
Well, that became a theme of mine. I got Hello Kitty. I got My Little Pony. I have a Powerpuff Girls, and I have quite a few of them. I've run out just for shits and giggles. But what it started as was, I used to be really fast in the street stock, and used to win a lot in the street stock. So I kind of made a pink car as a joke, kind of like, don't let the pink car whoop your tail kind of thing. And it started as a joke, and I just stuck with it heck, I've been doing it for like 4 or 5 years now.
Well, you've raced against me in this league and a couple of others, and even in the official servers. And as you know, I've got the sense of humor too. And every single one of my paint jobs say student driver on the back.
All right.
Hey, congratulations on the race win, and we'll see you next week in Japan.
Oh, I wanted to throw out, if anybody wants Dr. Squatch soap, they can use code SESRA15, SESRA15 for 15% off their first order. It's amazing soap, and if anybody's actually listening and wants to try it, I mean, it's a man soap, and it's pretty awesome. I've used it, and I've converted, not just because I get it, because of a sponsor, but even if they stop sponsoring me, I'll probably use that soap forever.
Well, hell, sounds like I'm gonna have to get in touch with you post broadcast, and get some info. So we'll get that on the sponsorship on the car, and we'll let people know over the course of the next few weeks, man.
Yeah, and shout out to you guys too. You do a great job. I'm kind of glad you came on board to be our main broadcaster, and
my schedule worked out, and I'm happy to be here, man. You guys are a fun league to call. That was a hell of a race to call, for the last few laps. You could take the top 5, top 10, and throw a blanket over them at times.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And shout out to Tex, too, for putting it on, and hope he gets better with his pink eye, which is kind of wild. I told him, well, what's that got to do with his hands?
Well, he couldn't see your car because pink eye, your car would be camouflaged, and you were blank on the screen, so...
Hey, I raced one-armed. He can race one-eyed.
There you go. All righty, congratulations, Mark Arthur, for the victory, man.
Thanks, Byron.
You bet. That was your race winner, Mark Arthur, folks. Hey, we here at ESPN have got to say thank you for watching the race tonight. Oh man, ESPN, we brought you tonight racing from NASCOM online at Michigan International Speedway. And you heard them, folks. We are going overseas. We're going Japan. How about that? We're going to load these cars in the back of an airplane and see if they're all in one piece when we get there. But I have got to say, it's been an honor to broadcast this race for you tonight, and I'm glad to be bringing NASCOM online to you every Saturday night for the rest of their season. My name is Byron Rodney. For Sam Cooper Bennett, Pat Trapasso, Adam Chapman, and the rest of the crew at ESPN, I want to say it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. We'll see you next week, Japan. Night, folks.